Hello, hello, hello. Hi, can you guys hear me okay? Oh my god, I'm hearing myself on this other speaker over here. I need to stop that. Also, I can hear myself here, which I do not like. Let's turn that off. All right, cool. And I'm also going to turn down the music a little bit for me. Everybody else should still hear it a-okay. Anyway, how is everybody doing? Hear you perfectly? Awesome, awesome, awesome. Thank you, thank you. I am going to... Hold on one sec. Had to clear my throat. You guys don't need to hear that. Hey there, Kai. I'm assuming this is Kai, right? I did read that you changed your name. So I'm assuming I'm going to put out a wild guess that this is Kai. Kai Phoenix, correct? At least I hope so. Oh my gosh, my favorite streamer, who is also a VA, Mr. GentleGeek29. Oh my gosh, I always wished I could just change the username so it doesn't have 29, because that was such an old relic from an old time. But on Reddit, you can't change your usernames, so unfortunately, I was unable to do that. Yeah. Anyway, how is everybody doing? Hope everybody has had a great day and or afternoon, evening, night, all that good stuff. I was gonna say it is nice and fresh here. It has been exceedingly, incredibly, disturbingly hot recently, and my apartment building has turned on the AC. Because I live in a place where there's no central heating and AC. They're like two separate things. I think I've talked about this a billion times, haven't I? Anyway, so they turned on the AC today, and oh my god, it's so fresh. I walked in and I was like, what? It's so good. It is so good. I'm like, okay, you know what? I don't mind living here a little bit longer. Still gonna be moving in a few months. Well, not in a few months, but in a couple. Okay, I was gonna say a couple months. It's later in the year, so it's not actually anytime really soon. But it'll be later this year, and I'm very excited. But having this has definitely allowed me to just have a little bit of a new lease on life. That I'm like, okay, I can handle this. I can handle this heat. So anyway. Also, happy belated birthday to you, Peanut. How's it going? That's awesome. That's awesome. What is it? I think that's actually the same birthday as... Oh, wait a minute. No, it's not. I was going to say, is it my boss's birthday? But I think his birthday was yesterday. But still pretty close. Still pretty close. 23 years old on the 23rd. Congrats to you. Did you end up doing anything really cool? The cat hates it when the AC is on. She hides in the other room where it's not so cold. Yeah, it's really interesting how the cats will sometimes not be in the freshest room. I don't know what's up with that. Let me go ahead and switch on over to our other scene here. I want to add a sound effect with the Ditto stuff, but I haven't yet. The fresh air helps a lot. It does, Kai. Oh my god, it is a game changer. Holy cow. It is the biggest of game changers, so I am very, very happy to have this to come home and it actually feel nice. Oh my gosh, it was horrible. And I felt bad too for the cats because I come home and it's super hot, and I can only imagine how hot it is for them, although they never complain. And you can tell when a cat is a cat or a dog is really hot, especially if let's say there is a place where there's tile or wannabe tile. Let's say in the kitchen, they'll usually sprawl out, maybe belly down or belly up, so that way they can feel nice and fresh. And my dogs used to do that back when I lived in Vegas. Mikhail has also done that before in certain summers in certain places that were a bit too hot. But they never were doing that this entire time. Even though for me, I feel it is super too hot. They were completely fine. So go figure. But I feel a lot better now that the AC is on, so that way they can feel nice and comfortable, which is all I ever want for them. Oh, you hadn't seen the Ditto transition? Nina was the one who actually put me onto that one. She sent me a link over from a user that was, I I think like advertising it around the time that Pokopia came out. Also, I could have swore I fixed something. Why is this happening? Hold on. You know me, having to fix shit while stuff's happening. That is so weird. I could have swore I put like it's called a compressor on the audio, so that way everything kind of sounds the same. But I still peaked when I went a little bit high, and I did hear an audio. I heard a VOD, and it did sound really bad whenever I would peak. Like it really does sound like, you know, it's kind of like breaking the sound. So I'm not a fan of that. I could have swore I added that, but if not, it's okay. I'll just try my best to not scream, not be too loud. Yeah, I'm always dying. That's just like my whole thing. It is just like the bane of my existence is wanting to have everything sound good. Not to mention, like, with this new microphone, I really do like having it like right next. Like, I love like basically like having my lips up against the microphone. But I think just for the betterment of your guys' ears, that I do need to not be as close. I do need to like practice better mic. What is it? Better mic usage or mic positioning, the way I used to when I had my other microphone. My other microphones, they're condenser microphones, and this is a dynamic microphone. So dynamic microphones are basically like the type of microphones that think of like the types of microphones that people use when they're on stage. You can scream into it and it doesn't like, you know, what is it called? See, I'm losing my stuff. I'm losing my stuff here. It's not peaking, but it can... Oh my gosh, what's the word? It's that whole thing like when you raise your volume too high, like on your speakers, right? You can accidentally blow them out. That's what I was thinking. Blow them out. So you don't want to blow out the speakers, right? And so obviously you still need to level out your audios. Level out like your volumes and your microphones and all that stuff like that. But with a dynamic microphone like the one I'm using now, which is usually what's used for podcasting, streaming, that kind of stuff, they are made so that way you can like yell into them and it's not gonna blow the audio, right? They're a bit better than that. They don't pick up every tiny little sound. Whereas my condenser microphones, those that I have used when I'm recording audios, or like the Magic Wave stuff, or my own Patreon things, or the podcast. Outside of this, okay, you know what? I forgot to ask for those who have listened. I didn't mention it. I should have mentioned it. I know I mentioned it in the podcast. I should have posted it on the post that this was my first time using a different microphone in the last like year and a half. For the podcast, and I was using the new streaming microphone, which is meant for podcasting. So I was curious what you guys thought of it, although it is kind of tough to know if there's a difference because I sound so stuffy in that one. I am so stuffy. It is bad. But anyway, so the other microphones, those are condenser microphones, and those pick up everything. That's why like I have to put a lot of heavy treatment into the audios when I'm editing around it, where I have certain filters to help with... I have to help with everything in terms of like, even when like my mouth is a little bit too dry, you can hear that. When it's a little bit too like poppy, you'll hear it. You'll just hear mouth noises that to me do not sound good. But condenser mics will literally hear everything. Like if I were to have like my hands next to the microphone and I were just to like, just like maybe like rub my fingers together, you would hear it. I am rubbing my fingers together right now in front of this microphone, and you guys, I'm sure, don't hear anything. Yeah, I don't see anything moving on my levels. So yeah, it's a whole thing. So I'm really excited to use this microphone, but I feel like I need to... I don't think you did hear it because I think you could only hear it when I was talking, but when it's just me doing the things, I'm going to do it right now. Like my levels, like I have a little meter here that shows me when it's detecting noise. it detected nothing. So yeah. Now that I have this microphone, I think I do need to just not get so on it, or just have better, I need to level it out better. And that's a little bit harder when I have music playing. I can lower it a little, but I kind of like it right where it is. So it's like I'm causing my own problems. But anyway, yes, we're going to try our best to not get super frustrated or rage out on today's installment of Pokemon Pokopia. Yes, the perfectionist in me just comes out. Everything has to be perfect. It just truly does. I am so sorry for that. But why don't we go ahead and jump into the game proper? So let me go ahead and turn off this music here. Let me turn this on. Let's move here. Also, I'm a little stuffy all of a sudden out of nowhere. All right. Oh, shoot. Almost forgot. I need my actual gameplay window so that way I can watch to see what I'm doing. I always forget. Where is that? Where's my Elgato window? There it is. And let's put it on this monitor over here. Full screen. Oh, hell yes. It looks so good. All right. So, excuse me again. I am in Bleak Beach, and I've been having a lot of fun here because I got to set up the power system, or like the power grid, which is being powered by a furnace over there, and then being brought to me with power lines that I have installed across the island, and I feel very well accomplished, I will say that. Are you going to add the Switch icon? Oh, yes. I almost forgot. Thank you. I got to find where it is. Here it is. There you go. I do need to finally, find a Switch 2 GIF that works. Love the mess. Yeah, I mean, sometimes I just forget. Not forget. I just don't know what to say in some of these things. So I'm just like, well, I'll just say that I don't know what to say. Let's move this microphone a little bit lower. There we go. Are you gonna? How are you gonna play the game if you can't see it? Right? That's what I'm saying. That Ditto is so Ditto though. Yes, he is. I thought you said that Ditto is so tough, which is like a meme for like LeBron James, which I'm all for. Also, Pikachu, I love this guy. I don't think it's a guy. I actually think it's a female version because you can see on the back of the tail, it's heart-shaped, which I think that is the variant for female. Although I could have swore that they said it was a guy earlier, but I think that was just me. I love also the bickle. Can't help but feel a little more chippier when I see you, Genty G. Can you make it brighter? Yes, of course. Please, just wait a minute. Look at that. Look at that little lady. Apologies, I just can't quite illuminate anything for very long. But it is my absolute privilege to help you however I can. Pikachu is the best. I need to make a lovely little house for Pikachu. Hell yeah, Nye! So tough. Alright, so, I'm trying to remember what I was doing. I went to the ship that's like all the way out in the distance. A perpetual mess? You need boxes with toys. Okay, and that's to get the Azurill. Also, I need to, remember what all the buttons are, because I have not played in a while. I've not played in, I think since the weekend. Okay, let's go check the PC. Have you got... Oh, that's what it is! I think that's literally what I was supposed to do next. I was supposed to do the Lapras bit. Also, don't judge me. I've been doing some time travel. Not because I needed to time travel in terms to like progress the game forward, more like I needed to time travel because I missed out on the hop-up event, Nina. You sent me all the details, had everything. I had everything set to do it. And then I realized it was the day after. So then I looked it up, and it turns out that all the events are very much like Animal Crossing, where they're not like dynamic when it comes to like internet time, like an actual like it's a limited time event. It's actually based off, I guess, whatever update gets sent over through an update through the from it connecting online, and then you just traveling to that date. So I traveled before the event finished, and I got my hop-up. I did not do all the rest of it, though. I still need to do the jump fluff stuff. All right, the professor said Lapras used to live in places like this. Oh, you know what? Maybe I did set that up, and I think I was going to time travel. I could have swore I set it up over here. Maybe this is Lapras. Hey, I did set it up. Okay, I was kind of like, I'm pretty sure I set it up. To be honest, I hate waiting, so time travel. Hell yeah, I have no qualms with people needing to time travel, because it's like, nah, man, do what you gotta do. There are people who fast forwarded time and already saw Sableye event. Okay, now we're talking spoilers, but I'm excited. Certainly a unique appearance, isn't it? Why, you look just like a human. I was once quite close friends with a human who rode on my back as we traveled together. Oh, what fun we had. I've always thought of Lapras as just having like this motherly vibe. A smart and kind-hearted Pokemon, it glides across the surface of the sea while its beautiful song echoes around it. 485 pounds! You've earned a recipe as a reward for discovering lots of Pokemon. It didn't even occur to you to time travel? Really? I think I might have time traveled the second day I played because I had to, when they're like, oh, this building will be finished tomorrow. I was like, oh, yeah, okay. Yes, I can't stand mud, and right now this area reeks of it. Surely you smell it as well. Does mud smell? Oh, gosh. Difficult to find the desire to swim when there's mud everywhere. You cleaned up the mud around. Hold on. You cleaned up the mud around here for me? How wonderful. Okay, see, I don't like it when it does that. Like when there are certain requests and then it detects that I already did it, but it already gave me the initial dialogue to be like, hey, this place is dirty. It's like, no, you should have already detected. They're like, oh, wow. There's, what do you call it? This place is not muddy, so that'd be better. It's not a spoiler. They announced both events at the same time when it was revealed. Ah, okay, got it. Same here with seeing her having a motherly vibe. She's just got that energy. And I also think the voice they gave her in the anime was very kind of like this, kind of like a very soothing, and it had kind of like the intonation of a woman who takes care of you, like a motherly type vibe. Kai sitting here enjoying the stream when she isn't that big about. Hey, Pokemon is pretty cool, and I know it's not for everybody, but it can be very relaxing when other people are into stuff. So I'm really glad that it's making you feel nice and cozy at least. How come you never got into Pokemon, Kai? Also, I like Ditto's belt. Oh, I like the hat. Oh, I love... I also love the little art where it says you learned surf. And I don't think you guys can see it because it's really tiny. But on my big screen here, it's from in front of me, it's done with pixel art. It's really good. Mother and son indeed. Oh my, I don't remember my face being so round. In any case, you look positively adorable in that shape, little one. Now you're all set to swim anywhere in style, just like yours truly. Enjoy using surf. There was something I was going to do just now that I don't remember what it was. I could have swore there was something I was going to do and I totally forgot. I never said it wasn't cool, just wasn't really my thing. Oh yeah, sorry. I didn't mean to say that. Most of my friends were already into it and they kept pressuring me to get into it, and when I'm pressured, I lose motivation. Oh yeah, that's kind of like, you know, when people hype things up, sometimes it can go the wrong way. Rather than wanting to see what they're up to, or what they're into rather, it just drives you away. So I get it. Okay, my lovelies, I'm just going to lurk while I'm getting ready for bed. Archie's popped from his kennel. Ooh, Pokemon isn't giving me any dopamine boost. No worries, Cougar. You do what you got to do, okay? Come on, then. Let's go for a swim. Let's go, Piplup. Let's do this. Also, hold on. I first need to do this. You can run off without me. Ooh, a Magneton. Cool. Ominous. Ooh, I love how smooth this animation looks. Oh, hold on. There we go. I am pretty amazing. I like that. I don't know about amazing. Now we can go swimming together. Come on, follow me. Vámonos, amigo. Ah! I just started sinking to the bottom. That's amazing. Also, can I eat food while I am... I don't think so. Hold on. I'm going to need to eat. Alright. Vámonos. Piplup just took off without me. I totally get it with feeling pressured into something. Sometimes I eventually do that, but sometimes puts me off. For sure, for sure. Exactly like I enjoy watching G play, obviously, and it's relaxing, but I've been fussed at many times. You need to get into Pokemon. Like, it doesn't feel like there's, it just feels like they're almost requiring it. No, I could get that. Nah, Pokemon should be, I feel like Pokemon is best digested when you're a kid, because then you can like attach all these like memories and nostalgia and wholesomeness and just this innocence that goes along with the games and the overall vibe of the world and energy and just all of it, right? So I do think for lots of people it's something that they feel near and dear to their heart. And so all they want is for you to kind of like feel it too. But if you didn't have that growing up, then you don't have that connection, right? So it kind of makes sense that you're like, well, I mean, I could get into it, but even if you did, it's like, I don't think it would mean as much as it did for people who like for instance, like with me, I've talked about it before. It's like, oh, like when I was a kid, the cards came out, the anime was on, Pokemon Red and Blue came out, and then Gold and Silver. It was like Pokemon Mania. The movie came out, and I saw it opening day, and it was like, it was such a, I bought the soundtrack. Like, it was just such a big deal for lots of people. And Pokemon is still huge. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's still huge to this day with all of that. More so, probably. But I think it only hits as hard as it does if you have those, like, childhood memories. And if you get into it as an adult, it'll still mean something to you. I just don't know if it'll hit you in the warm and fuzzies the same way, you know? I'm kind of nervous. I'm assuming they were teaching me this because they wanted me... Oh my gosh, why are they... Why is he not transforming? Also, can you jump? Yes, you can. Okay. I'm assuming they were teaching you to to swim so that way you could go across. But I built this instead. So that way I could go over here. Love the ditto expression. I know it's consistent with ditto, but ditto lore to keep the face like that, but I just can't get over. Oh, yes. I'm considering getting a Piplup binder to build my collection. Oh, heck yeah. I can't remember. Oh, nice living here would be. Ooh, there's a new Pokemon here. I did see the Happiny earlier. I think I have to go to the main entrance. Yeah, I went though. I did all of the Pikachu stuff and also Mosslack's part. And then I don't remember who it was. It might have been Pikachu who's like, oh, you should check to see what's over there in that ship. Not knowing that I still had the Lapras bits to do and I could just get there really quick. And you did have good memories with the anime. Got it. But it just wasn't like a universe that you wanted to, like, keep delving into, I'm assuming. Ooh. I can never remember their name. I think it's an Audino. I remember I don't remember which one it was. It might have been Black and White. They give a lot of experience. You always work super hard, but make sure to take breaks too, okay? All right, Nintendo, whatever. Audino's sense of hearing is superb. Not even a pebble rolling along over a mile away will escape Audino's ears. Sounds like my microphone. Also, I think it was it you earlier, Kai, that you said that you thought I only had one microphone? I started with just one microphone, but then over the years, I've built up a little bit of a collection just because over time, that's just kind of what happens. Upgrading with different like tech and getting better equipment. Okay, now I'm curious how to get the electricity all the way over here. Because I do see everything. It's like a little ballroom in here. Oh my, this is... Oh my gosh, the first time I went to one of the other like biome areas, I was, oh, okay, oh, there's a furnace here. Okay, awesome. I was gonna say, am I supposed to like wire this place up to the mainland? But no. Hey, what's up, Shitayuki? How's it going? How many monitors do you have, if you don't mind me sharing? So, monitors, I have just 2 for my PC setup. And then I have my laptop open, so that way I can kind of see what you guys are seeing. One screen has, on my PC setup that I'm using right now to stream, on my left side monitor, I have OBS, so I have everything that kind of like, all my controls, audio, volume, all that good stuff, all the techie stuff, right? I have the chat, I have the sound alerts thing. Then on my right monitor, which I have shown pictures before, but I should probably do like a highlight page on my Instagram to kind of show all my gear and setup. But I have a monitor that's mounted on the wall, and that's what I use to play the game, so I can have it full screen instead of like a little window. Then underneath me, I have my MacBook, and that just has the stream on, so that way I see what you guys see exactly as you guys see it, like with the delay and all that. And that way I can also test audio levels and that kind of thing. And then I have another monitor that is not being used. It's actually just in my closet, because I used to record in my closet. And I have, that's like my oldest monitor. That is like years upon, that's probably like a maybe 11-year-old monitor. It's very old. That one is just, it's mounted to the wall inside the closet because, again, I used to record in there. And I literally the other day was fixing up stuff and I just remembered I had that monitor. I won't use it until I move because I'm thinking once I move, I will have a better setup. I probably will do 3 monitors for my PC. I'll have my main monitor up front and then 2 on each side. So, and then when I use my MacBook, I also have a little plug. So that way the main monitor also can be used on the, to give me dual monitors on the MacBook when I'm on the laptop. So I know it's a little confusing, but yes, I have a lot of monitors. I should have just said that. I should have said I have a lot of monitors. I don't know how much of what I said was even digestible. For anybody who's played for a long amount of time, do you ever get any abilities to help you like destroy things faster than just doing the rock smash like this? Yeah, nerd. I love me my techie talk. Like I said, I should do a highlight on my Instagram page to show off all the tech. Probably show the microphones that I use and all that good stuff. There's a Pokemon that teaches you how. Ah, okay, cool. Wait, wrong way. Just feels weird there's sand in here. I don't want to destroy that column or that wall. Oh, shoot. I think I've seen my friend get something easier. Ah, okay, got it. Not gonna lie, I missed some of the tech talk so far. So from there on out, I was just lost. Too much other stuff. Ah, no worries. It's A-okay. Are you guys who are playing this, do you do what I do where like if you see like a mess, you have to kind of like clean it before you can move forward? I know that's kind of like a bad habit of mine because I know there's so much more to the game, but I feel like sometimes I do need to clean things. Organize the place just to make it look at least a little bit more manageable. You find it in the next area. Ah, okay. I did go to the area where there's like a minecart track, but I couldn't find what to do there. So I ended up just coming back to Bleak Beach. But I think that is the next place where I go, right? No, don't destroy that. No, don't destroy that! Okay. Alright, cool. Carrying too much stuff! Can I burn sand? Don't think you can. How much fluff can you use to... I guess not much. I don't need it to burn a long time. I just kind of want to see how this works. Alright, so the furnace is on, but now what? Do we have to go upstairs to see where like those pipes connect to? Let's see. Yes, destroy the wall. Oh my gosh, I'm not gonna clean all this. Never mind. I'll do this later. It doesn't look like there's... I guess you do have to use utility... No, that can't be, right? Because utility poles would look really unsightly in here. I feel like there's got to be a different way, no? Let me see. Maybe they just have to be, like, kind of hidden? I guess just hidden is probably, like... the best. Although I am absolutely sure that somebody has come up with some sort of better solution. Ah, okay, I see. There's something blocking it. What? I don't get it. How is that going through there? Is it because it's clipping through the wall? Hold on. If it is, that's fantastic. That's even better. Why is that allowing that to go there? Because look, it's literally like... Okay, it's not the wall. I want to know why that is working and it doesn't work in the other one. Oh, I see. It's connecting through this one. That makes sense. Okay. For some reason, I thought the furnace was further that way. Got it. Can it go through the wall? I doubt it. No, I can't. Okay. How is it... I don't get it. The column blocks the way, but then how is this giving... Okay, I know it's like wireless, right? It doesn't necessarily have to connect to things. This is the kind of stuff that kind of confuses me in the game, where I feel like I wish I had a better explanation to it, but it's okay. We're just going to move on. Love when he goes on a tangent and talks about what he's passionate. That's me. That's me. What was the joke drums for? I have a pet tree. It's like a pet dog, but the bark is quieter. Ah, okay. Got it, got it, got it. Okay, there you go. Kitty's back with the jokes. I love it. I will say I'm not a fan of like when you're in shallow water that you automatically transform out of Lapras. How's it going, Kitty? Hopefully doing well today. Also, I don't think I mentioned it. Not here anyway. I did mention it over on the Discord. But the plan is for me to begin playing Silent Hill F starting next week. And I am very, very excited for that. Yes! Very really. I'm super excited. Oh, I love me some Silent Hill too. Which is why we shall be playing it. And I'm hoping to get everything set up for those streams soon. I want to add the heart rate monitor thing that I had last time when I was playing. So we'll see how that goes. I mean, last time I very rarely got scared, but it was fun when it did happen. And I'll also see if I can get one that is more like accurate in real time, because I felt like it was a little delayed, you know? I saw a question mark. What is that? Oh, I could have swore I already made the habitat. Something happened today that has me feeling hopeful for the first time in years? Really? Well, that sounds good. Yeah, why is it saying I just discovered a habitat when I already had it? Like, I have an Elekid that came from that habitat. That's very strange. All right. Let's see what the requests are. Oh my gosh. Let's see. Is there a different setup compared to your setup now for horror games? Not really, but I probably will have a different, I don't know if I'll have a different transition. But usually I do add the heart rate monitor. I don't think I have it here right now. There it is. I don't know if you can see it. I don't have my watch on right now, so it's just saying I'm basically dead right now. It's in the top right of the gameplay. I am not alive currently. But yeah, that's where it would be. So I'm gonna take that off now. And also, the last time that I did it, it was during Halloween, so my whole like stream was more horror oriented. Hey there, Cecilia, how's it going? Hopefully all is well on your end. Thanks for stopping on by. I'm so dang hungry. Hey, you there. Yeah, you, Genty G. Got any food you could share? Anything's fine, as long as it's edible. Just set it down right there, would you? Appreciate it. Sure. Let's see. What kind of food? I mean, I have all these. Here you go, buddy. Zombie geek, ghost geek. Putting an offering of food on this platter would surely delight Pokemon who love to eat. Oh, brought me some food, did you? Ah, now this takes me back, I tell you what. Can imagine him with a Hank Hill voice. A long, long time ago, humans used to bring me food. Kinda like you just did for me. Kind folks like yourself were always giving me the tastiest treats to eat. Phew, this really brought some nice old memories to the surface. Thanks, Genty G. Your offering was accepted. You feel like you might be able to grow a little closer with other Pokemon. Hell yeah. I like how you don't actually see him eat it. But I will take a picture of this. Because that's pretty cute. I was attacked by a flock of sheep yesterday. Thankfully, I was only grazed. Nice, nice, nice. Them jokes on point. Okay. Outside of him, what were some other requests? Do the team initiation. Okay, I don't remember what was the other. Why is the Snorlax moldy? That's a different variant of Snorlax in this game. His name is Mosslax. Crush a Lepa Berry. Why don't you go and ask a Pokemon with the Crush specialty? I don't know. Does somebody know which Pokemon does Crush? Maybe Hadahi. I think it's like Hadi. Oh my god, I cannot say it, the freaking name. Hadiyama? Is that the Pokemon? This dude here? Yeah, Hadiyama. My home's not bad or anything, but it could do with a little touching up. Does Hadiyama do Crush? I'm gonna look it up. Hold on. Which Pokemon in Pokopia has Crush? All Pokemon with the Pokopia. Sorry, with the Pokopia Crush ability. Oh my god, Hadiyama is not one of them. Onix has one. Pupitar. I don't know if I have any of these Pokemon here in this, Palmo has it, apparently? I do have a Palmo. Hey there, Hooky Frog. Hello, hello. Moldy Lax is more like it. I know what I'm saying. Alright, I do have a Palmo. You wish you could help Piplup. Well, do you know how to use Crush? Because if you do, you can help me out. Alright. Buddy, I need your help. Oh, Pawmi! Wait a minute! Does Pawmi have 3 evolutions? Hold on, what Pokemon am I thinking of? I had no idea that Pawmi had 2 extra evolutions. I thought it only had 2 forms. I thought it was Palmy and Palmo. All right. Well, I don't know how to get Palmo into my place. I haven't learned that yet. So I don't think I actually do have any Pokemon that have Crush. So I can't do Smeargle's thing yet. I can move Onyx, though. I know that you can move Pokemon from one area to another, but he has to have another habitat that you can move him to. I made a shortcut. Hold on. To this one area over here. Here it is. It's so stupid. I think you should have it, if I remember correctly. I don't think I do have it, because I don't remember learning it in the story yet. I was gonna say I could lure Onyx to live over here in this cave area. Maybe put a house in here. I just feel bad because I kind of want it to look nice first, you know? Also, what kind of habitat does Onyx have? All right, Onyx, where are you? Here you are. All right. Oh, he has the little small thingy. What is it? The smooth rock? I think I only had one smooth rock. I have no idea how to get another one. Oh my gosh, I have way too many things. Can't even pick up stuff. Kai. Okay, I must leave. I have to get up for work at 3 a.m. tomorrow, but I'll be back for tomorrow. All right, awesome, Kai. Thanks for stopping on in. I appreciate you. Thank you always. Even if Pokemon is not your jam, it is a-okay. Always happy to have you. Have a great night's sleep, and hopefully work treats you right. And we'll see you tomorrow. I think you should have... Okay, no, for Palmo, you need a menu board, a seat, a table, and a plated food. Oh, I don't know if I have all of those. The menu board, I don't know if I have. Also, I completely just discovered a whole other thing over here. This game is too big. I have never jumped off this side, like past Smeargle, so I never knew there was more to this side. There is a whole, like, tropical little getaway thing over here. This game is ginormous. What are we doing? Oh, I keep forgetting I have too much stuff. I need to go craft some things. You can always borrow one, aka steal. Oh, that's true. It's pretty wild. Profits are going through the roof. Profits. All right. I need to build another crafting table over here, so that way it's closer to this area. And I need to make some storage so that I can put things away. Also, is that a menu? That is. All right, hold on. All right, I can't do that right now. Let's go back to the other one. Let's go to the storage. Looks like a great place for sex on the beach. What? The drink. Put a fruit on the plate. Oh, on that. Was everything already there? Like ready for Palmet? All right, hold on. Let's go back over there. Let me just start putting shit away. I have way too many, like, stupid things. Venonat, can you chill? You're like as bad as naughty. Move. We can get rid of these fluff thingies. Have you found out what the mysterious slates are? Because those sound really cool. It sounds like it would be something that, like, will unlock when you collect a whole bunch of them. Okay, I'm just going to try to put away as many random things that I don't need. Like the shells. I have an Arcanine doll, which is pretty cool looking. The burnable trash... I'll give that to... what's his name? Trubbish? A little bit later, so he can make me some iron. I have too many things. Oh my god. A gaming bed. I spoiled myself on what those are for. Ah, okay. Maybe I don't want to be spoiled. Maybe I kind of do want to just kind of hold back. All right. I wanted to make some more storage. And I also wanted to make... I wanted to make another crafting table. Can you make a crafting table? Oh, there it is. Do you have a napkin? I freaking spilled my coffee down my shirt. Oh, no! Is it cold coffee? Like iced coffee? I see. This has everything already set for it. Got it. But I do have to just wait, right? Because that's not the full thing, though, right? Don't I also need a chair, too? Yeah, a seat. Ah, okay. I could build one if I don't have one. I think I had one and I just put it away. Well, I need an iron ingot for an iron chair. What about for a basic-ass chair? Do I not have a rest? Okay, there it is. I need twine! I just put it away! I was gonna say, the thing that probably annoys me the most is that, unlike Animal Crossing, where you have things in storage and it's kind of like universal storage, I don't like in this game where you put things in different boxes and you have to know which box you put it in. And I do know that people have been using frames and then putting a little image of whatever like material is on there, so that way you can just easily see it. But that's also provided that you know where that storage box is. Because what if you have multiple storage boxes in the same place? Which I don't know, maybe there is a better way. Always carry twine. And I will. And I shall. Let's put it here. Heyo! Arcanine's happy. Dishes on a table. There's even a menu. So it's just like being in a restaurant. How fast does it take for the Pokemon to show up? Has that been established yet? Is it like you walk away and then it happens? Or is it like a certain amount of time has to pass? Stardew or Fields Mystery are the same. Gotta remember which, but yeah, that's rough. Burnt titties would not be awesome. Yes, I can imagine. Go inside the ship and investigate what Trubbish saw. That's the thing I already did. Time to get chatty. Try talking to Zubat. Zubat, what do you want? While we wait for Palmut. Or Palmo, actually. Is it Palmo? Let's see what Zubat has to say. Venonat, please. I never get bored when I'm with you, Ditto. Here, I want to give you something to show my thanks. Aw, so sweet. A stick. There's Zubat. My guy, I know you say it's too bright, but what do you want me to do? Energetic as ever, huh? Wish I could say the same, but I don't feel so great. Something wrong? Everyone's super happy that the town's brightened up, but... So it's kind of hard to say this, but... The truth is, I prefer darkness. Honestly, all this light is kind of messing with me. I'd love to live somewhere with less light and more cover. Know any spots like this? Hey, I got you. Seriously? Whoa, thanks. Here's the kind of home I like. Think you can make this? Yeah, turn off the sun. All right. A bench and a trash can. Don't worry, Zubat. I think I got you. All right, we're going to make that over there in that cave area where I wanted Onyx to hang out in. Do I already have a bench? I don't think so. So I'm going to have to make one. There's a bench and a trash can, and I don't think I also have a trash can. There are trash cans around, though. Ah, there's one right here. Yoink. And I needed to make a bench. I also love how fast the crafting is. It's very much like Animal Crossing when you're holding down A. Yeah, I just tell that guy to wear sunglasses. Hey, wear some sunglasses. And then Zubat's like, dude, I don't even have eyes. I don't even know how it's too bright in here. Heyo, we got him. Oh, hi, nice to meet you. There are so many things around here I've never seen before. It makes my walks really exciting. It's so fun wandering around unfamiliar places. It's like a mini adventure. Want to join me sometime? He's just like me for real. Light making headaches, migraines, worse. I love that saying. I just love that so much. He's just like me for real. Yeah, Zubat definitely does have sensory issues. When its group is attacked, Palmo is the first to leap into battle, defeating enemies with a fighting technique that utilizes electric shocks. He's just ready to go. This guy is easily agitated. Where's my little shortcut? I think it's over here. Okay. Also, I'm gonna clean all this up. This is bothering me. Also, this camera. I'm gonna yoink you. I'm happy you thought that was funny. I love that. But yes, there was that one time that I posted. I think I don't know where it was. I don't know if it was on Blue Sky or Instagram where it was a quote from Charles Darwin where he was like, I hate myself. Life sucks. And my stomach hurts. Life has no meaning. Like, he's just full on complaining. And then I posted this dingy comic from Chainsaw Man where it's like, he's just like me for real. I love that. That made me laugh. I am easily amused. Which is pretty funny because I'm horrible when it comes to comedy. I am somebody that doesn't really like super simple dumb things. I need a little bit of satire or a little bit of like darkness in my jokes. I'm a true millennial in that respect. Today at work, we were actually talking about that today. How one of my coworkers was saying how like she couldn't get into certain shows. She's a little bit older. She's like close to 50. I think she's turning 50 later this year or next year. And me and this other coworker, she was like, oh yeah, if I showed you the stuff I like, you would be like, what is wrong with you? And I'm like, oh no, yeah, that is literally like my type of like humor. Like I love like I've recently, like, gotten back into watching episodes of Aqua Teen Hunger Force, which is a show that used to come on back when I was, like, in high school. Back on Adult Swim, and man, I got so nostalgic. But it's dark. It's not always appropriate. It's fucked up in many ways, but I love it. I love it. Yes, Angel, that's what I'm saying. Because I feel like I do cringe a lot when it comes to most humor. I'm really bad with the comedy genre in movies because I don't find a lot of things funny. Like, I see why they're funny, but I don't find it funny, you know? And so I kind of need a little bit of that dark humor to get me. That je ne sais quoi, you know? We'd all be canceled these. Yes, exactly. Although it's funny because I don't really like say those kinds of things. Like, it's not like I think they're the funniest things in the world because it's like, oh yeah, we can't get away with saying that kind of stuff anymore, right? Like, I'm not saying it in that way. But the type of humor can sometimes be a little bit edgy, and I think nowadays it would be seen as try hard, but back then it really was kind of like edgy in a authentic way, if that makes sense. It's really hard to explain. It's just like, I just remember watching so many like Adult Swim cartoons and just thinking it's the funniest shit on the planet, you know? And then watching it now and being like, yo, this is the funniest shit on the planet. We peaked. We could have had something. You know what I mean? That's how it feels. Lethalin, hello, hello. One time I joked to my Gen X boss that I would get the trash can where I belong. I would get in the trash can where I belong, and he looked horrified while I was just being a millennial. Yes, I've said this before about, like, I've been to Japan multiple times, and I've thought about the idea of, like, how in Japan they have a really hard time understanding, what is the word? Not satire, sarcasm. And so the idea of, let's say, you saying something to the effect of, like, I've always thought it'd be funny to say, like, oh, if you were to fuck up saying something in Japanese and they, like, corrected you. And then you'd be like, like, sumimasen, or like, gomen, baka desu, right? When baka just means, like, stupid, right? Or, like, dumb. And I think to them, they would be like, whoa, don't call yourself that. Like, what are you doing? Like, you're not dumb. And I'm like, no, I know I'm not dumb, but that's just my humor. You know what I mean? So, like, any of that kind of, like, dark, what's the word I'm thinking of? Like, kind of like self-deprecation, which I think is definitely a millennial thing too. Is something that sometimes I feel like a lot of, I mean, that's why we get all of, like, the unaliving jokes, like, from back in the day that I don't want to straight up just say. But, like, it was just, I used to have a coworker who she would come into work every day and she would have to cross the street. And for those on the Discord, that when I do, like, these, when I do my morning messages where I'm like, oh, I hope you guys have a good day, I'll talk about crossing the street. This is the same street. And so she would cross the street and she would be like, oh, this car came and was so close to, like, hitting me. And, like, man, I'm so upset that it didn't just hit me because now I have to go to work. And I remember some of, like, the other coworkers would be like, oh my gosh, like, why would you say that? And she's like, let me just have my dark humor, okay? Let me just have it. Leave me alone. What if I would rather, you know, be in a horrific accident and claim unemployment than have to be forced to work here. All right, so Zubat should be happy over here. My only issue is, and I'm not sure if this, I think I might need your help here, Nina, if you even know. If I create a habitat for Zubat, and Zubat is completely on the other side of the map, right? Is Zubat still gonna show up? Like, will they just naturally show up here, or do I have to be like, hey, follow me, and then bring them to the new habitat? Also, thank you so much for the follow, Starlit Sin. And I want to say that is a great name, too. Same thing with Lethal Lynn. Those are both great names. All right. I do need some more food. Yep, they have to follow you. Oh, okay, so I have to go grab them. All right, let me go ahead and get them. I'm going to go pick these tomatoes, too. I also want to go back to the original first, what was it called? The Withered Woods or something like that? I still want to go to the original spot and go to that one section. I think it's kind of like, it looks kind of like a lighthouse, and they want you to give them food. They said that they need wheat. I think that's the only food that I'm missing, but I think that wheat comes from the other area. Also, Pedro coming in hot. I love the fact that I added Pedro. I need to add more things for you guys to use your sparkles for. Get it in the next area. Got it. It's actually a Dragon Age reference. Ah, okay. Got it. Which Dragon Age? Is it like in all of them or in a specific one? I think the only Dragon Age that I played was Dragon Age Inquisition. Oh gosh. Brain Rock Cat coming in hot as usual. Also, where's my shortcut? I built a shortcut and I don't know where it is. Where's my shortcut? Am I gonna have to... No, there's no way to dig my way over there because I think that's a spot... That's like a type of ground that I can't go through yet. Let me see. Yeah, I can't break through that yet. All right. Well, I'm gonna have to... Oh, wait, hold on. I can break through here, though. It's in all of them. Ah, okay, got it. I played Dragon Age Inquisition a billion years ago. But I did hear that that new Veilguard was really good. And I kind of want to get into it, but there's just so many games. Like, literally, there's just too many games. I never thought that would be the case, but it truly is. Not enough time. Too many games, not enough time. You have too many sparkles and I wanted to spend some. Of course, I need to add more things. We need to come up with a few more sound alerts, some good ones and some expensive ones. Maybe ones that last a little bit longer or something. I think it might have been a little bit too high. I think that's what happened. My shortcut. So like the way you were saying, it's by the vines. And it looks like it's hidden. It's like down here. It's like by this porch area. So that's probably why I didn't see it. Let's see. You love the sporkles? That's a great name for them, by the way. Sporkles. Is Zubat still following me, by the way? I don't think he is. Hold on, there he is. Okay. Today in the team's chat, the boss put, "Good morning." Everybody else had a cute response. I replied with "Good morning," but good was struck through. And plus an image of Clint Eastwood holding coffee and making an ew face. I mean, you're not wrong. Did anybody say anything? Want to move in here? Whoa, hold up. Is this my new place? You bet it is. Whoa, this place looks super awesome. And once I'm all moved in, ooh, it'll be even more awesome. Thanks a bunch, Ditto. Also, I think of Zubat as just kind of sounding a little dorky. Like, thanks a lot, Ditto. All right, so he's moved in. I like that. Oh, yeah, this is nice. It's like a 7-year-old. Kitty, speaking of your kind of like downer mentality in the chat, today, I mentioned it in the Discord, but there was some AI training that I had to do at work. It's like mandatory. And Oh my God, I wanted to jump out of the window because the trainer kept on being like, oh yes, make sure to say please to your chatbot. Be polite to them. And I'm like, what are you doing? I am of the mind that you should do the complete opposite. You should never say thank you. You should never say please to an AI because they are just machines to be used. I do not open my car door and I'm like, oh, thank you. It is inanimate. It is not alive. I am not going to treat it as if it has any sort of, I don't know, individuality. And he was like, oh, well, you know, when the AI becomes sentient one day, it'll remember who's nice. And I'm like, you mean it's going to know which of you to enslave instead of eliminate? And I would rather be eliminated than enslaved, you know? So, and then it was really funny because near the end of the training, dude was like, so is there any questions? And I literally said this. Also, mind you, there are supervisors in the chat as well. Not my supervisor, at least. It was like supervisors from other departments. But I kind of regretted it the second I wrote it because I was like, oh shit, should I have said this? I wrote, he says, oh, okay, is there any questions? And I said, just wondering if there's any off-ramp to this, I forgot what I wrote, to this horrible future that we're in. And I could tell that he kind of was a little like taken off guard. And I just thought it was funny. People laughed. People reacted to it in the Teams chat, so I didn't feel all that bad. But for a second there, I was like, oh, should I have not said this? But I was, I was having it. I was not having it, rather. Yeah, what in the dystopia? That's really what it was. Tell the AI to fuck off. I have used AI for such small tasks that I feel like it's what it's for. I have a Tumblr page, which I actually advertised for the first time or second time. I think I did it on a call once over on Discord when we did a hangout. But officially, on the latest podcast over on the Patreon, I talked about the Tumblr I have. And for those who want to know, it's gentlegeekrights.tumblr.com, just in case you guys are curious. And I post things there. And so I think it might have been Kai earlier who asked me on the podcast if I had any recommendations for books and movies. Or not movies, sorry, just for books. And I said how I have a long list of books and movies and games and things that I've talked about, right? Throughout the podcast from the various last few years. And that I need to make a list. So I went back, I went through all my posts, I tallied everything up, made it a big list. And then for the movies, for the books, I wrote the book titles and the authors. And then I posted a year on it. So I was like, oh, these are the 2024 ones. Then I did the same thing for the movies, but I forgot to put the directors' names on them. So then after the fact, the next day or so when I was posting this on Tumblr, I asked AI. I don't remember which AI, but I asked one of the AIs. I think it was Gemini. I was like, oh, make me a list of... I said, can you add the name of the directors after each movie title in this list? And then can you put the movie titles in bold? And it did it immediately. And that was great. That's all I need AI to do. That's it. I don't need it to do anything else. You know what I'm saying? So that is a great way to use it. But I am not one to be like, oh no, let's trust the AI. Let's give it your information. Let's do all this stuff. Let's feed me every algorithm that you can think of, because that's basically what this dude was trying to get us to do. Dude was so like, oh no, like AI is here. There's no need to be fearful of it. They're trying to make AI in a responsible way. And I'm like, my guy. Also, I love that Lapras is sleeping in front of the shower on top of this table. This is fantastic. That's some Rocco's basilisk realness this trainer had going on. Yes, exactly. Nah, man. I forgot how that thought experiment goes. It's like, the thought of like, if something exists, you might as well believe that it does exist. You have to act with the assumption that something exists, right? That's how it works, Hooky Frog? I think that's how it goes. So it's like, oh, you presume that something exists, so you change your behavior day to day. It's basically like the whole God thing, right? It's like, oh, if you believe in God, then you're going to act in accordance that God exists, right? And all your actions should be based on the fact that God exists. And rather, you like everybody should always act as if God exists, because what's the worst thing that could happen? Oh, God doesn't exist, and hey, you at least did everything you could so that way God doesn't exist. Just in case he existed, sorry. So the basilisk is the same thing, right? It's like, oh, and the same thing goes along with AI. It's like, oh, if AI were to go go bad one day, then it's like, well, we should just act in accordance to think that it will fuck us all up one day, and so we should be on our best behavior. Because I'm not down with that. Also, hey there, Ema. So sorry, I haven't had a chance to say hi. How are you? I did see that you were having coffee with your Burger King. Hold on. Oh, there we go. That's what the guy said. The AI will know who wanted it to exist and will harm the ones who didn't want it to exist. So you might as well make it happen to prevent it from bringing you harm, which makes sure AI... Ah, okay, yes. It's not just the God thing. It takes it like a step further. Got it. I do remember that thought experiment. A lone vending machine. That was like... That's based off... I remember... there was a game. There's like a fake game called Basilisk that kind of goes into that, which is pretty great, by the way, just in case you guys are curious about learning some really cool stuff on the internet. Look up the game Basilisk. It is a fake game that is pretty cool and with lots of YouTube videos. A lone vending machine amid yellow tall grass. Gotta stay hydrated, even out in nature. All right, let's go get our buddy. Let's get Mareep. Also, Kitty says, there have been recent studies that show the next generation is now dumber than the previous one for the first time ever. A dentist is due to all the new technology in schools. I did read that as well also. That this is the first generation, like ever, to be dumber than the one before it. Which is mind-boggling. But it makes sense. It makes sense. Wait, are you going to go to the habitat? On your own? It sounded as if it knew the habitat was there. And maybe it's just because it's really close. And it's due to nothing to do with... Got it, with dentists. Actually, as a fact, I am a school teacher and most primary and intermediate learners have poor comprehension and their comprehension is 2-3 years behind. So sad. So sad. Also, I do think it already knew its home was here. So. We have Hold on, how come with Mareep, their thing went away, but these guys still show... It says complete, but it still shows them here. That's weird. Let's go talk to Piplup. Let's see what Piplup needs. You need to chat with them to complete... Oh, okay. I don't know where Trubbish is, though. Let's talk to Piplup, since we're here. Oh my gosh, he's freaking out. He's having a seizure. Oh, hey, Ditto. You're trying to light up this town, right? I was trying to come up with ways I could help, but I don't think there's much I can do since I can't use electricity. It got me feeling kind of sad. I wanted to play real hard to clear my head, so I was wondering, is there a water wheel around here? A what? Wheel? Oh, it's this big round machine that like spins when water flows over it. I love splashing around near them. They're so much fun. If you do find a water wheel, could you take me to it? I bet I'll get a good idea as I play. Yes, there is a water wheel over here, so follow me. Oh my gosh. You might as well be a pet. Speaking of dentistry, I need to wash my teeth, brush my face, and make an attempt to fall into a mild coma. Isn't that funny how that's basically what we're doing when we do all those things? If you know where's the habitat, use a hunt. Okay, what? If you know where's their habitat, use a hunt. What does that mean? What, does that lure them? Because that is, I had no idea. And they say video games make us dumb when we, millennials and Gen Z, play some video games. I know, right? I also do think, okay, hear me out. I think it also matters what games you are playing. Because I do feel there was so many... Yes, Kitty, exactly. I was just about to say that. That I do feel there was so much more problem solving in older video games than there is now. And that's not to say that there aren't video games now with lots of problem solving or ways to, you know, break out your conceptual thinking and to be able to think in abstract ways and problem solve, right? A great game that I think falls in line almost with this game itself, with Pokopia, right? Because Pokopia is basically a game about logicking things out, trying to solve problems. And it's the basis for what this game is based on, right? It's Minecraft. Minecraft had a lot of, like, you need to come up with your own stuff. You need to be able to route things. And then when people started to get very, very creative with it, people were doing what you see here in Pokopia, where they're building calculators, working calculators within the game, right? But I do think that a lot of people, or maybe not people, kids, get sucked into a lot of games that don't have a lot of value. And I think that's more to do with games like Fortnite, Call of Duty, a lot of like shooting games, because a lot of them truly do not have any sort of value outside of like what, hand-eye coordination? And that's not even hand-eye coordination, right? Like you're not even doing anything with your hand. You're using things with your like your thumbs or with your wrist with a mouse, you know? But with older games, especially adventure games and games where there's more open world things like this, there is a lot more, again, problem solving, a little bit more abstract thinking. It's put on the player to solve things. The instant reward is what's killing kids to enjoy and think more about the games in real life. Yes, I do think that. Like, the Battle Pass, I think, has like just killed games in terms of, instead of developing games to have them evolve, it's more about how do we just keep you playing the same game over and over again and just have us keep playing money, right? Keep paying money. All right, Piplup's psyched. Hello there, Gentry. What should we do? Oh no, you already got the water wheel. All right, yeah, so we got to talk to Trubbish. I just don't know where his habitat is. I think it's in the back, like all the way in the back where there was a trash can. Ema says, actually, I played Ocarina of Time a few days ago, and there are lots of words there. So video games didn't make us... Yeah, that too. Also games with a lot of reading. I know video games definitely were the reason why, like, my younger brother learned how to read. Because he wanted to be able to play games on his own without having to need me there, because I was his older brother, to have to always read things for him. I miss blowing into the cartridge and slamming it into the slot. Which is funny, Kitty, because down the line, they were like, you weren't actually supposed to like blow into them. You should have just gotten like a Q-tip, little cotton swab, because by blowing into them, you can get humidity in there, and that can ruin the contacts. But as kids, we didn't know that. Anyway, have a good night, Kitty. You have a good one, and I hope your mild coma is a relaxing one. That too, it has made kids more aggressive. I think that also happens to do. I was one that I didn't really believe. I remember when like iPads were coming out, phones. I was not somebody who truly believed that like, oh yeah, the attention span thing was actually being affected by like was affecting kids. I didn't really think it was. And then nowadays it's like, oh no, 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 no. Yes, it did. That instant gratification, that like inability to wait for things, even on the smallest level, is absolutely crazy. Because I really do think for most of us, like, I think we grew up with, like, you know, a very younger internet where we had to wait. And then when speed got faster, we just appreciated it more. We didn't just take it, like, for granted immediately. But since kids, that's what they've all grown up on, right? It's like, it makes sense that why they just assume it works. It should just be on, right? It's like, I guess you could imagine it is like, if imagine like back in the day, you would have to like, I don't know, charge a switch before you, or charge a light bulb before you could turn it on. And you'd have to wait a little bit before turning it on. And I think kids are like, no, I should flip the switch. It should just be on. And I'm going to be annoyed when it doesn't just flip on, right? All right, we're getting all these requests done. Look at this. All right, and now we need to crush a lepa berry, which are the berries that I have already, right? These ones? All right, cool. Back when you couldn't make a phone call and use the internet at the same time. Exactly. Like, it was really true. Like, I remember back in the day where, like, the internet was limited in terms of time, you know, where it's like, oh, I'm going to, like, my parents are done using the phone. They're not going to use it for the rest of the night. I have 2 hours to use the internet before I have to go to sleep, right? So the internet was, like, finite. You couldn't, you know, access it while in bed, you know? You had to go sit down, literally log on to the internet, and all that is just lost. All that is just lost on people today. It's crazy. Exactly. The good old days. I don't have TikTok anymore. I've been battling myself, like trying not to use social media, and I deleted TikTok. But back when I used to use it, I used to watch like nostalgia videos of like what the internet looked like or what it would feel like. And you would see like people using Winamp or the Real Media Player or the Windows Media Player from like Windows XP to play like their Linkin Park songs and like just scrolling through old websites. And I'm like, oh man, some good times. Some good times. Okay, I don't think I have a regular bed. I have a fancy bed. And there is a first aid kit over there. But let me do the Smeargle stuff first. But I also need Palmut. I just don't know where Palmut is. Also, yes, I very, very much remember fighting over the computer with my siblings. Because, oh my god, that was a whole struggle. I had an older sister. She loved playing Roller Coaster Tycoon. I don't know if you guys know that game. It's an old PC game. Similar to The Sims or Sim City, but you're just building like theme parks. And she loved Roller Coaster Tycoon, and she would just play it for hours and hours and hours. I'm like, it's my turn to use computer. I need to check to see what episode of Dragon Ball Z is going to be on tomorrow. It's like that kind of stuff. My sister bit me so hard one time when I was on the computer and she wanted to be. Oh, that's rough. That's rough. Did you bite her back? Tell me you bit her back or that you told on her. That doesn't fly. You can't just, someone just can't bite you and then you just let them be. There are so many spots with Pokemon traces. Roller Coaster Tycoon, Zoo Tycoon. Yes, all the tycoons. Although my sister only played Roller Coaster Tycoon. My brother, he played a lot of the other tycoon games. You love that game? I got it in a cereal box. Yes, I remember later on, like, I think it was like a little bit past its prime. Like, the game already had come out, but then it kind of had like this resurgence. And I remember, I believe it was like in General Mills, cereal boxes. They would like put the game in there. But was it the full game, Angel, or was it like a little mini disc? Because I kind of want to remember them doing mini discs of some of these games. Tell me I'm not crazy. It was the full game, but was it like a full CD or was it like a mini disc, kind of like a GameCube sized disc? In her defense, she was like 6. Well, even still, Lethal, it's like, dude, you are 6. What are you gonna do on the computer? Get a crayon. Do you know a coloring book? You told on her so fast. Oh, okay, good. Computer privileges should have been taken away for at least a day. Do you have honey? You should use it on Pomo's habitat. Oh, I think I accidentally put the honey away, so I'm gonna have to go get it. Oh, no, I have one left. Also, Pomo is literally right here. He has not left. He's kind of a derp. How's your comfort level? I want something relaxation. Shinies. So I don't think we can get him to use Crush yet, right? Because he should already give it to me? Like the ability? Like he should tell me? I'm gonna look it up. When can you use Crush Pokopia? Like, is it story? Is it limited to the story? I remember you... Nope, you have to give them the Lepa Berry. So I remember earlier you said that Crush does come up later in the story? All right, here we go. I'm looking at a guide here. We have to make paint. You'll be able to find a Pokemon with the Crush specialty in Pomo. This habitat requires you to combine any seed. Once you have Pomo, speak to them, give them berries. Okay, it's exactly what you just said. It's exactly what you just said, Nina. Make me some paint. I just don't like that it doesn't tell you, like, right away, like, that he knows Crush. Or, like, he should tell you, like, oh, did you know I can do Crush? You know what I mean? I'm just gonna do 1. Because otherwise, they're just there for, like, forever. Don't take too long, buddy. What's up, Farfetch'd? Thanks for everything you do for me, yo. I got a little present for you in return. Ooh, twine. I was a real big fan of the Sword and Shield variant of Farfetch'd, where he kind of looks like a knight. I kind of want to use that. I kind of want to use that Farfetch'd in Pokemon ZA if they ever add him. Shiv's like, I was 6 and looking up cute animal pictures and cute baby names. You get the struggle. My sister would want to check her MySpace, and I'd want to look up cute animal pictures. See, okay, I get it. Did you ever bite your sister, Lethal? I mean, sorry, not Lethal, Shiv, the way Lethals did. Also, hey there, Shiv, how's it going? And you said it's the full game, Angel. Okay, full CD. Interesting. Oh, and Lethal's sister wanted to play Solitaire. Got it. What year was this, by the way? I'm going to look this up. Roller Coaster Tycoon game serial. There is a Reddit story that someone said, did anybody else first get Roller Coaster Tycoon from a cereal box? I still have the disc with the General Mills logo. And then a bunch of people saying, yes, 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 my family did. Ah, here we go, here we go. It was just the demo version, and it only lets you play Diamond Heights for 30 minutes before bringing you back to the main menu screen. Finally, my parents just bought us the whole game because we wore that disc out. Someone said mine was the full version, not the demo. Interesting. I'm going to look up an image, and I'm going to see if it shows if it's a mini disc or the full disc. Oh, it looks like they were... They look like full discs? I do remember at the time they used to also do mini discs, and I'm thinking this was probably just other games. But that's amazing. I love this. Oh my gosh, Hookie Frog coming in with the 13 months. 13 months. Show some hype in the chat, please, guys. Thank you guys so much. Hookie Frog holding it steady since day one. Surfetched is definitely a good design. I will say that. Also, are you done making me my paint? Thank you, thank you. Do the different berries... Oh, I was about to ask that. If the different berries give you different paint colors. A 6-year-old playing solitaire is so funny. I just associate solitaire with old people. Hookie Frog says, I'd be searching boys kissing and deleting the history. That is amazing. I love this. My parents were so anti-media for a long time, and we were basically only allowed to play solitaire, and I could go on Neo. Oh, Neopets! Okay, you just dated yourself. You just dated yourself, Lethal. Neopets was where it was at back in the day. And no, I didn't bite her, but we were worse because we'd hit each other so much we'd hurt each other a lot. Aw. You were one of those siblings. Do you guys still hit each other? I'm in Canada. I don't know if they did a different promo with the demo versus... Maybe that could be it. That could have been it right there. Yep, and then you can mix paints to make others. Ah, okay, okay. Haven't discovered this habitat yet. Can you... Never mind. I was going to say, can you use the same vending machine for multiple habitats, but you can't? I remember, yes, you cannot do that. I know it was an era of flash animation and QuickTime. Hell yes. That's what I was mentioning earlier. It's like using Real Media Player to watch my MP3s. What is this? I feel like Smeargle. Also, I like how it's Smearguru. Is Smearguru a variant in the other games, or is it a variant in this game? I'm gonna look it up. I think it's just for this game. I feel like you have to kind of give him like a French accent. All I wanted was to savor the sweetness of a smash. I don't know if that's a good French accent. That's a bad one, probably. I don't want to be offensive, so that's why I make it bad on purpose, but not in a good way. I try to make it not authentic. Sweetness of a smashed up lepa berry. Such a sumptuous sounding snack. To think it would turn into paint instead. Oh, sweet tragedy. Oui, oui. I suppose this is fate, telling me to paint more. And I paint I shall. And paint I shall. I sound like I'm just doing Dracula. Inspiration, thou art with me. I cast my aching hunger upon the wind. My brush need only taste the canvas. Also, I think my... right stick on my Pro Controller is starting to drift because you guys have seen that sometimes it'll just start to drift upwards. And that's not fun. This is a fancy Pro Controller that I was gifted by one of my best friends years back. It is a Tears of the Kingdom Pro Controller. And that was after my original Pro Controller also had, I think, some stick drift. Oh, the choices. Smearguru can use their paint specialty to change the color of certain items and houses. You just need the item or house in question along with some paint. You can give Smearguru items to paint or lead, or I was going to say lead, or lead them to a house you want painted. If you'd like to try it with some items around here, the nearby side table and plain stool are great candidates for painting. I like how the game basically tells you, like, hey, there's some stuff here that you could like try. Paint something for me. Paint this couch. Paint it pink! Confirm. Wait, no. Close? Wait, no! Oh, is it because I don't have that color? I don't have that color, sorry. Paint it white. That's why. Make request. Yes. That's literally why I thought I said lead, or when I meant to say lead, because I was thinking of lead paint. No, yeah, nah, that French accent was bad. Avec moi. Don't ever do that again. That was too funny. GG is making a terrible French accent. I think I have archaic in their word endings. Oh, okay, this is also possibly true. I would have to like listen to some French to be able to then do it. And even then, I am just horrible with accents in general. Blessed be the art. I was about to do an English accent. What am I doing? Artiste, beloved be the very fates themselves. Behold, my captivating masterpiece. I kind of feel like I'm just doing Mario now. What am I doing? Enough with that. Smearguru, I'm sorry. Just forget about all my horrible impressions of you. Okay, I mean, I was just talking to him. He wants me to talk to him again. That glimmer in your eye. Yeah, the cringe. I'm so sorry. Don't think I haven't noticed, Genty G. I'm talking about that little twinkle in your eye as you gaze upon my artistic wonders. What say you, Genty G? Ready to admit your desire to become my disciple? Yeah? Aha! Aha! Yes, yes. I see right through you. Ah! What a wonderfully wicked feeling it is to be the one to inspire other Pokemon to walk the bittersweet path we call artistry. Oh, sorry. Got a little carried away. First time I've ever had an artist friend, you know. In any case, from this day onward, you are my disciple, Genty G. And now I shall teach you my special recipe for paint balloons. He's like, huh. Hell yeah, Mareep is also digging it. Use these to paint things whatever color you like. Try and change the color of something now, Genty G. Let your creativity color the world. How do I do this? You can bring Smearguru to stuff you... use paint balloons to change the color of certain items in front of you, such as furniture. Paint balloons? I don't get it. Did he give me an ability? I don't get it. If I want to paint, let's say, this table, how do I do that? You have to... Oh, you craft them. Oh, okay. Also, I've been having Mareep follow me this whole time, and I totally forgot. I thought Mareep was just hyping me up. That's fantastic. I'm very hyper today. I'm hyper because things are going well in the game. And I'm excited for that. I did want to get this first aid, and I also wanted to build a bed to get a Chansey. There is a first aid kit. I think there's one over here. I think. Or it might have been actually in the other area, now that I'm thinking about it. I think it actually is in the other area. It's not over here. I'm going to have to go grab it. But not right now. I'll do that another time. Can I craft a first aid, though? I think the habitat you made with the vending machine won't bring any more Pokemon. I think it's only for Mareep, so you could bring... Oh! Hold on. So here's a question. Once the Pokemon has showed up, right? Once I've lured it in and I've given him a habitat, can I just wreck the habitat? Can I use it for my own purposes? Like, for instance, Zubat, right? We moved him into his habitat in the cave. If I destroyed that bench, or if I moved that bench to repurpose it, they're just not going to have a home then. Then that means their happiness level is not going to be high. So you don't want to break it, right? I think the habitat you made with the vending machine won't bring any more. Huh. Because I feel like it still needs its home, because I have had times where... Ooh, a Flaffy! I have had times... I think it was, I don't remember which Pokemon, but I did accidentally destroy one of their things, and they got mad at me. Hey there, Rinchy! Hello, hello. Thanks for stopping on by. Flaffy. Wow, your body's pretty smooth. So's mine. That is such a weird, just observation, Flaffy. That's true. Parts of me are smooth, and other parts are really, really fluffy. Oh, but my fluff's packed with electricity, so just watch out for that, okay? Whoops, too late. You can leave the habitat for, so another Pokemon can appear, but if you want to keep the Pokemon, you must first give it another place to live before break. Oh, okay. But you could just make it... Now that I'm thinking, okay. You can make the habitat like a fancy habitat, or the habitat that they like, right? That is in the habitat decks. And then you can move them into like a nice house, like a home, right? Like an actual wannabe human home. Because if I were to get rid of that vending machine right now, it would be like sad. I saw your previous lives and it was so fun to watch, but not rewatching. No worries, Rinchy. Also, of course, that Lapras would say domicile. What a lovely little domicile. Yes, and that way you can free up the habitats. Oh, okay, got it. I haven't really done that yet. I don't think I've built a home for any other Pokemon except for Charmander? I think Charmander, in the first section, I did build them like a really tiny little place. So I just feel bad because I don't want to build like a home until I have already like made the place look nice. You know? That's just my perfectionist ways getting the better of me. All right, I am actually going to go back to the original town to go pick up that first aid. I'll be back. And I will make that Chansey habitat. I learned that with some friends when we started playing on Cloud. I still got to try the Cloud stuff. Remember how we did the Pokemon ZA community night once? We should do that for this a little bit later on. Besides, I love the notes you put up there. Are you talking about like the one at the top? The thing that right now says I honestly never know what to write in these things anymore? I initially was going to put a Ditto Pokédex entry, but then the entry was so long that it didn't fit in there without me like lowering the font, and I didn't want to do that. Oh. Oh, you can go over there where the bike path is? What's up, buddy? What's up, Drober? Drober gives me naughty vibes. Oh, just straight up gave me paint. Thanks. No spoilers about what you... Yes, no spoilers yet. It's funny because Usually I'm somebody who doesn't really care about spoilers, but I think with some of these games in particular, it is really fun to discover it as I'm going. Now, where did I put that first aid kit? There is a home somewhere around here that I think has one. Wait, I thought this is Animal Crossing. No Animal Crossing. It is literally a whole other game that is basically Animal Crossing, but way, way bigger. It is insane how huge this game is. I think the first aid might be in here. And if it's not, then I probably have no idea where it is. It's not here. I placed it somewhere. I know I did. Maybe it's in this house? No. Ah, well. Oh, I wish you could... How do you... Never mind. I was going to say... How do you use the camera thing to duplicate things? But you have to have the thing in front of you. You need to literally take a picture of it. And I don't have a picture of the first aid. Let me check my storage over here. Also, I love that War Turtle and Charizard are just like hanging out over there. Alright, so nothing in there. Also, again, that stick drift is killing me. No, no first aid. Maybe I put it away in a storage box. But that's that whole thing where I'm going to have to, like, try to remember which storage box it was. There it is! I found it! There it is! It's literally right in front of me! There's the first aid! That is amazing. I love it. We discovered it at the very last second. Recall you can buy the recipe to make the kit. Ah, okay. Hey there, fish! How's it going? Going well? I'm doing fantastic. We're kind of on a roll here. Although I'm getting sad that my right stick on my Pro Controller has stick drift because you can see like the camera keeps wanting to go overhead. And it's very annoying. And I don't enjoy taking apart controllers because I'm always afraid that I'm going to screw it up because I've done that before in the past. So I need to see if there's a way for me to kind of like clean it out a little bit. But yes, it does have the same kind of vibe, doesn't it, Rinchi? All right, so first aid kit. Let me look up on the habitat desk. Habitat Dex. I said desk. And look for that Chansey. Chansey. Where are they? There they are. Okay. I got all of those things. Fun fact that nobody cares about. I made my Eevee controller debut with... Ooh, nice. That's a really good... What do you call it? It's a good game to debut the controller. If in the end this stick drift is like unfixable, I might just decide to get the Pro Controller too. I know it's not any like different compared to the original Pro Controller. Also, do you guys know how to push items, or are you not allowed to do that? Is that an ability you get later on? Also, how come it didn't do it? Does it have to be literally right next to it? There we go. It literally had to be exactly how it was in the Habitat Dex. I either had a friend clean it or get a new one. It's so sad. I don't want to open this thing up. This is such a beautiful controller. I don't know if I've shown you guys the controller before. Again, it's a limited, well, it's not a limited edition. It was a special edition, a Tears of the Kingdom controller that one of my best friends got me. I think it might have been for like my birthday. I can't remember. It was a couple years back. I was super deep into Tears of the Kingdom and my Pro controller died and they got me a Japanese Tears of the Kingdom Pro controller. So I even have the box still. It's great. But I'm just, I don't want to open this up. Even though I do feel the Pro controllers are probably one of the easier ones to open up. But we'll see if it fixes the drift. Because, yeah, this is starting... This just barely started. With the stick just wanting to keep doing that. Let me see if it does it. I'm just going to not press anything. And we'll see if it does it on its own. Fun fact... Oh, wait, no. Jiggly purple thing. Sorry, I don't know the name. I think that was... Which one? The jiggly purple thing. This guy over here? Or did you mean Chansey? Or Jigglypuff. I think you meant just Jigglypuff. It's an ability. See, there we go. I did it. Controller just move the stick up. No, thank you. It's an ability you get later on, but I don't know if you can move furniture. I just got it today. Ah, okay. Whatever makes Pokemon fans sleep at night. I'm referring to comparisons between Pokopia and AC NH fans, saying one is better. I mean, I don't think there is a thing that one is better than the other. But in the Pokemon game here, there is just so much more to do than in the Animal Crossing games. I think that's really what it is. This does everything the Animal Crossing games do, and like a billion times more. So I think whatever Animal Crossing game they end up making next has to evolve the series. It just can't be more Animal Crossing. They have to do something more. I was dying to purchase the PS30 anniversary controller out of Electors. I mean, come on. Yes, I thought that looked great too. I don't have the biggest nostalgia for like just PlayStation stuff in general. I was always a Nintendo kid, even though I've owned every PlayStation like device and have like every system or whatever. But no, though, that limited edition 30th anniversary like console and the controllers, very sexy. Some good stuff there. But guys, I think it's about time we called it a wrap. Because my controller wants to continually just go above me. Oh, so sad. I'm going to have to fix some drift. It literally just started with today's stream. No bueno, no bueno. Let me go ahead real quick. Let's play some music. Let's mute that. Let's move over here. I'm gonna look up how to fix stick drift. Switch Pro controller. And then I'll look up a guide to do later on. Yuck City. It's always hard with Nintendo Stick Drift 2. I never really had that happen. Yeah, right? It says here with the AI overview, speaking of AIs, cleaning the joystick mechanism with compressed air or electrical contact cleaner and recalibrating in system settings. Lift the rubber seal under the stick to spray cleaner, then rotate it to remove debris. For persistent issues, update the firmware or replace the potentiometer? I think it's what it is. Well, we'll see. If not, then I guess it's Pro Controller 2 time, and I just put this one away in a box and just remember the good times I had with it. Okay. Anyway, that was really fun, even though you ignored me the entire time and said hi halfway through. Oh my gosh, Shiv, did I really do that? I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. Did I truly do that? That is horrible of me. Oh no. That is bad. I think I honestly did not notice some of the things in the chat. I think maybe at that time I was just like so in the game. I am so sorry about that. I was gonna ask if you could recalibrate it. Maybe try that. Maybe. I'll give that a chance. Will you do a video of your collection someday? Oh yeah, of course. I don't have too many video game things. I have lots of like figures and stuff, but I don't have a lot of games. A lot of the ones that I talk about, like I sold off when I was like younger. But I did own all the stuff. But I've been trying to recollect a lot of like handhelds. So every time I've gone to Japan, I've bought a new handheld. So first time in Japan, 2016. I think we talked about this actually. I think actually with you while you were here too, Rinji. Had my Game Boy Advance SP. I bought a 3DS back in 2024. And then I also bought a Vita my last trip. So yeah, I will take a picture of all those things. But you want to see them? Yeah, of course. I will take a picture of all that stuff one of these days. And my controller and all my systems and the good things. But anyway, thank you for understanding, Shiv. I appreciate it. Of course, Nina, no worries. We will, I hope everybody also enjoys their Friday tomorrow. Take it easy. I will be streaming some more Pokemon Pokopia, so we'll be able to basically pick up right where we left off. So yeah, hope you guys have a good one. Take care, and as always, you will hear from me good enough. Good enough. Oh my god. I was reading something while I was saying that. You will hear from me soon enough. Oh my god. I need to go to sleep. Guys, take care. Bye.